Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll be looking at how to deal with the issue where you're having the issue where your MacBook is slow. Please note this will apply to any MacBook including the latest Mac, which is the M1, which I'll be demonstrating on. But of course this will apply to older editions as well, such as the 2019, 2016, you name it, alright? And of course this is just a general tutorial. Alright, so let's get straight into it. Let me explain first why it is that your device is slowing down, sorry, and of course what you can do to remedy these situations. Now, of course, remember that your device has a certain amount of resources in terms of RAM, that's RAM, and of course storage. If you use up too much of your internal storage and your hard drive is full, what could happen is that the device is struggling to write new data to that existing hard drive, and as a result, that's why your device is so slow. So a good rule of thumb whenever your device is slowing down is to go ahead, and what you're going to do here is you're going to go about this Mac. So of course you're going to go right here. Once you tap about this Mac, next you're going to go to storage. Once you go into storage guys, what you're going to do here is that you're going to look at the amount of storage that you have. If you're in the red, meaning that the space is almost all used up, it would mean that the closer you are to being fully used up in terms of your hard drive space, it would mean that you need to delete some files. So what you need to do is look at the allocation in terms of files, figure out which files are using the space, and of course go through. If it's apps, for example, or is it music or whatever, you're going to find those files and you're going to delete them or back them up off your device, and of course free up some space. As soon as you get the space freed up and you have a lot of free space, I would recommend no less than quarter of the entire hard drive space should be dedicated to free space. Your apps do need that free space to run as well. Alright, so if you free up space and you have enough hard drive, at least quarter of the remaining space, it would mean that the hard drive is not at fault. If you have a mechanical hard drive as well, those are slower. SSDs tend to operate much faster. Alright, so the M1 Macbook does have a SSD drive. Alright, so I'm going to close this out. Next thing is your RAM, which is RAM. Now, if your RAM is used up, for example, we like to open a lot of browser pages. Alright, so next guys, if you are the type of person that doesn't close your browser windows, that can be an issue as well. If you have like a dozen or more browser windows open, several tabs with different websites that has been cached to your device, this can also slow down your device. And of course, it's a good idea to close out those extra windows and those extra apps. Remember, sometimes you might think by closing the X that an app is closed. We're in Safari, so if I click on X, you might think it's closed. It's not. To close out the app fully, go to Safari here or whatever browser it is, where it's Chrome or even Firefox. And from here, what you're going to do guys is you're going to go ahead and quit, for example, your Safari. Just simply open the app and quit. If you do not do that method, the app is not fully closed. So if you think you have been closing your apps before by clicking the X, you haven't. They are actually in the background. If you look down here again on the dock, you'll notice a dot beside any app that's open. If you have several apps open, meaning if you can look down here, let me just zoom. All right, look down here guys, notice Firefox is showing a dot. That means that Firefox is open. So if you're seeing a lot of open apps, you know that they're open there again. So it's a good idea to go through and close all your open apps. All right. Another way to see what's open guys is to kill all the background apps. So go here to the Apple logo. Let me zoom out again. Sorry guys. And if you look up here, you'll notice if I go to force quit, you'll notice these apps here are open. So Finder is open and Firefox is open. You can go ahead and close out anything that doesn't want to close. Force quit is kind of extreme, but it will quit the apps just the same. But I can use this to figure that there are two apps open. So I can find them down here, or I can find them through Launcher. And once I do, I can fully close them. So for example, I know that Finder is open, so I'm going to click on Finder. Once I click on Finder, notice it's up here, and I'm going to hit alright, so I can quit Finder here. So if it doesn't show up here for Finder, since that's just basically Explorer, I can go ahead and quit. Notice I've closed, and then of course I can do the same for Firefox. I can open up Firefox and then use the quit option up here and hit quit. All right, so doing that, if last resort, if it doesn't close that way, you can use the force quit option. All right, so once you quit those extra apps, you should be good. You'll free up a lot of resources. Next thing to do, guys, is to do a reboot. This is easy. Go ahead and click the Apple logo and hit on restart. In fact, to be sure, I would suggest a full-on shutdown. So go ahead and hit shutdown or restart. Shutdown will give you a better effect as you'll start from a cold boot. Restart will just simply close out and give you a refresh. So shutdown completely, and that should help as well. So that's another solid thing to try in order to free up some resources. Alright guys, so another things you can do, if you look at the desktop here, if you have any icons on your desktop such as apps or even files, go ahead and delete these files. So as you can see here, I have a file here. It says Firefox. Go ahead and alright, so if you have any files or shortcuts on your desktop, go ahead and delete. Just simply right click or whatever it is to delete the files. Once you remove them from your device, you should be good to go. So deleting any extra files that's on your desktop, each time your device loads, it has to reload these shortcuts. Over time, if they get a lot, what can happen is that it can slow down the device. Next thing you should do as well, guys, sometimes the problem is caused by a bug. So it's always a good idea to update your device. So check this out, go to Apple logo about this device or Mac. Then you're gonna go to the option here that says software update. Click, and of course what's gonna happen is that your device is gonna check for the latest updates. So allow it to do its thing. Once you do, it should tell you if you have the latest update. If it has an update, go ahead and update. It's always great to make sure that you update all your apps to the latest version. Another thing to do as well, guys, with the software or the apps on your device, in case one of those are at fault, you're gonna go to the App Store. You're gonna go into updates. So click on the update option over here, and depending on what's happening, it should tell if there are any updates. Make sure that you update today, or you get all of your updates. Next thing to do, guys, in case your device is slow, it could be a virus or some form of malware using up resources. So the next thing to do, guys, is to go into your antivirus. So go ahead and find whatever antivirus you have. That is, could be Bitdefender, AVG, you name it. So there are several out there. It doesn't really matter. I'm not recommending any. I'm just telling you on this device currently, or on this test machine, I have actually AVG installed. So let me show you what I mean. So if we go ahead and launch this antivirus, you'll notice there's an option here to scan. So go ahead and do a complete scan. Make sure you scan for the latest threats based on the updates. So make sure this is updated and then do a scan. By doing this, guys, what you'll be doing is you'll be able to free up resources as it relates to your device. So you're going to find that if it finds a virus and can remove said virus, the resources that virus or the problems that virus was causing can actually slow down your device, and if it's removed, what can happen is that it can solve your problem. Alright, so I've covered most of the major things that you can do in case your Mac is slow, and how to speed it up. So remember that there's somewhere along the line device is bleeding resources in some way. You simply need to find out if it's an app, the system itself, or something on your device. And of course, in some rare cases, guys, it can be that it's your device itself as a hardware or software fault that's beyond your ability to repair. In that case, I suggest that you take it into a certified Apple technician, or take it into a repair center. If there's a warranty on your device, it would be a good idea to use that up. So sometimes it's always a good idea to take it in case the tips that I gave just now did not work. Alright guys, I think I've extensively looked at things you can do to deal with your Mac in case that it's very slow. If you do those, guys, you should be able to speed up. And of course, there's software as well that can help to boost things up as well. There's one that they call Clean My Mac. I think you can check out those software. They do free up some amount of resources. So that's cleaners in general. They tend to remove all cache and all stored information, especially as it relates to browsers. So it's a good idea to clear your cache and all that built up information and uninstall any unnecessary apps. Alright guys, I won't make this one drag on any longer. As always, Ricardo Gardner from Blog Tech Tips, saying bye until next time. Bye.